Well, days like these is why you have retractable roofs, and we've got an open one on a gorgeous afternoon for football at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. For the first time here with Matt Breida. And he's going to be calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Flushed out right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Two and now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And it's caught by Parker. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And it's second down.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Lynn Bowden, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last two games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. He'll buy some time right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself your best. You give yourself your best.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Whitney merciless. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Well, Matt Breida actually had the fastest play of 2019, hitting 22.3 miles an hour on an 83-yard touchdown run, and he was moving here too. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Tua setting up shop to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown to Houston. Will Fuller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep here for Parker. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Devontae Parker is the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
First down, Dolphins.
On first down, here's Breida. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, I'm like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Good job, good job.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Whitney merciless. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2 and now, 3rd and goal. And he's got it. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Zach Ertz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Dolphins 21, Texans 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Tua sets up to pass it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On 2nd and 12, Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this will be caught at the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 82 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that.
He's got a man complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 36 yards on the play. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Ardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense Giants had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
It's a pickup at 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He may try and run for this. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Texans have broken the tie. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Texans 28. Dolphins 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory, just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Justin Reed.
Good job, fellas. Good job. First down pass. Intercepted.
The ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
If you did know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Tua, the final shot before half. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Garrett Conley. He will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will make it into the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They find some open field here. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Watson on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 11 yards there, first down.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Miami.
Looking to pass. Tua. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Tua to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
First down, Dolphins.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And the Dolphin first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 20. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll take this one in for the Texans touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Texans 49. Dolphins 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They'll turn the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield, but it's going to be second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Here's Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other 2/3, right? He needs his defense to bow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin first and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And to give this time to the tailback. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And some space here. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tua.
At the 31.
Looking deep downfield. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
The dial up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st down.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And yet again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You've got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play.
He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
And now the rookie's free. 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Texans continue to pour it on.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63. Dolphins 28.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This will make it into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Rolling to his right. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On play action, here's Tua. Caught by the tight end Ertz. A gain of 6 there on first. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Second down and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And it's third down.
Play action, now it's Tua. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kyle comes on. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Here we go.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Now Tua.
Completion here to Claypool.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 6. at the Texans' 43.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He gets this one complete to Bowden. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The Dolphins.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards on the ground. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offense,